Hip Kit Club friends. I'm so happy you're here today. I hope your 2025 is off to a really good start. And today we're going to be making a layout with the December 2024 Hip Kits. This is a really fun kit, and I love that the kit has holiday themed items, it has winter themed items, it has New Year themed items. It can really be used for many things that are going on this holiday season or just even in the new year. So to get this layout started, I fussy cut the trees from the bottom of the winter sky paper. I was really trying to figure out how I wanted to use the trees, and I thought this would be really fun just to have them in the middle of the page and do something fun with that 12 by 12 paper and make it my own. I was really excited to use this scallop arch die. It's really pretty, and I love scallops. It's so many ways to use them. Anytime I will see them, I always try to incorporate them to my page. So what I did was use the papers from the cardstock kits, and I use these papers because they're more of a solid pattern, so they wouldn't interfere with other things going on the page. And as you can see, I did take a good bit of time to arrange the scallops on the page. I wanted to layer them. Scallops are always so pretty when you layer them together. They usually give off a feminine feel because of the curves and the softness. And I really wanted to play into that. So I decided to use the mint green paper, the pink paper, and the orange paper because those really coordinated well with the trees, and I loved how they worked together so well. So I'm just taking the time to layer them. I had to pull them up and put them back down. And I also wanted to see the correct place to put the scallops together because one wasn't long enough to cover the 12-inch page. So I just found the perfect place to cut them at, and then I layered all of them the same way. I layered the same part in the same area just to make it simple and to not cause a lot of confusion for my eyes. When we look at things, sometimes if things don't work together well, it can really confuse your eyes and confuse your mind, and it takes a moment for your brain to focus and figure out what you're looking at. And I used a lot of elements for this layout, but I didn't want the different elements competing with each other. So that's why I just took time and figured out the right place for everything. Then I wanted to layer flowers within my pictures. This is a picture of my daughter. I think this is maybe 2 Christmases ago. And time goes so fast because I was just telling my husband how she is just such a big girl now. She turned 11 a few weeks ago, and wow, it's really interesting when you have a child that's going from kid to preteen and everything that you see. It's a lot to take in, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. I love her so much. She is my little munchkin. She's my only little one I have, and we love her so much. So I wanted to use the florals to frame these pictures of her. We always have milk and cookies on Christmas Eve. And actually, this is not Christmas Eve. This is when we put up the tree. We always have cookies to put up the tree. And it's fun because some years we do different types of cookies. Some years we let everybody bring their own cookies and lay them out, or sometimes we bake cookies. It's a really fun tradition that I love that we have, and I always try to get pictures from this time frame. So once I got the pictures of her straight, I also decided I wanted to use the color block trees. I actually pre-cut them the night before to save work for me, so I wouldn't have to do too much while I was actually working on the layout. And I saved the die set comes with 3 different size trees, small, medium, large, and the pattern, the color block pattern is different on each die. So the night before, I cut out several trees for several of the different color patterns and designs. And what I did was I put each tree size in its own basket. So that's why you see me pull them from the little baskets. And some of the trees actually fully stayed together. And I decided to leave them full like they came and not color block them because I like that it kind of gave the 3D effect by layering them on top of the trees that were already there. And I like that the patterns were pretty simple. And once again, it didn't compete with everything else that was going on. So I decided to leave the trees whole. And I did that by running my tape runner or double-sided tape over the back to to keep everything all in place. And then I also added foam just to prop them up above my page to give dimension and depth, like I said, to make it more of a 3D feel for the trees. So I like that there are pieces that come in our kits that are repeat, like a repetition of the patterns. And I thought that was really pretty that the trees, the triangle die trees, were a repetition of the trees that were on the paper. And also, like I said, this is one of our holiday traditions from when we put up the trees. So I love that. So I already got everything layered. I think this layout went kind of fast. So once I got to this point, I want to add a little more interest, and I feel like I needed a little more color. So I decided to use the rest of that pattern paper, the Winter Sky paper. I used the pattern on the back to cut my 12 by 12 paper down. I think I cut it down to 11 inches, and I let an inch of this pattern peek through on my 12 by 12 layout. And that was it. Well, no, that wasn't it. I also sprinkled in some Lindy's Gang, a yellow color. I added splatters to the page just to give, like I said, to give my page more interest and to add fun to it. And this was really an easy layout. Also, it helps that I did other creative parts the night before. So I made this process even more simple, and I was ready to create when it was time. I didn't have to say, well, let me do this first. So it was a really fun layout, and I love these kits. There's so many ways to use them. I love those layer cardstock stickers. They have like silver metallic in them, and it's also pretty. I had a lot of fun making this layout. I love working with this kit. So be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy Hip Kit Club videos. We do have a notification bell that you can click to be notified anytime there's a new video. If you have any questions, just leave a comment and we'll be sure to get back with you. And remember that Hip Kit Club kits include exclusive products. You can save $5 on your main kit each month if you become a subscriber. There's so many perks that come with being a subscriber. And if you haven't tried Hip Kit before, just feel free to drop down into the details of this video. There is a code. It's a discount code. I couldn't remember the word. There's a discount code that you can use to save off of your purchase. And there's exclusive cut files each month. There is so much that comes along with these kits. It's so fun. It's a lot to choose from. It's a lot to play with. So I hope this gives you some inspiration on how to use your kits. I hope you have a lovely 2025, and I love spending time with you. Thank you for coming to see what was going on in the Hip Kit Club today. Thank you for following along. I wish you a lovely 2025, and you have a great day. Bye.